All right, we're back.
Yes. Hey, guys. I'm back in my regular gear right now. Feel
I'm a little disappointed. I was kind of getting turned on.
You know, I think Fisher was more uncomfortable than I was.
More coverage. I like that.
I couldn't see his hand for a minute. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I prefer you in a red dress, Coop.
Oh, is that what it is?
Hey, how about we talk about some football?
Is that what we're here for?
I don't know. But listen, my picks are not looking good so far. But we got the Texans and the Titans playing today.
Right.
Great AFC matchup. Texans fired their coach a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it much, but we did mention it last week. They won that game under the tutelage of an old Cleveland Browns.
Romeo Cornell.
Yeah, friend. So
oldest head coach in NFL history, and now he's got the oldest with a victory.
Yeah. Here we go again with Fish's fun facts.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The Bengals playing the Colts today. Another AFC matchup today.
Right.
And I believe the kid is going to show up one of these days and get a win.
What kid?
You know what kid? The reigning college football champion and Heisman Trophy winner.
This is a great opportunity to throw this back over. You won't be able to see this. This is behind the camera. Remington, our producer, director from last season, is a huge LSU fan. He's also a huge Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Why? Man.
Because he loves Tigers. It's a Calvin and Hobbes thing.
It's got to be a Tiger thing. You got to understand how Remy's mind works.
He likes Massillon too, I think.
Does he like the Detroit Tigers?
Yes.
And he loves Frosted Flakes.
That makes no sense.
Hey, what do you think about Frosted Flakes, Remington? They're great. No, he said no. All right. So, anyways, Remington, big Bengals fan, excited to have Joe Burrows back in into the NFL. So we've been kind of giving him a little bit of crap back and forth, here and there because he's been up and down. Last week didn't get in the end zone. This week, what's going to happen, Keith? What we got?
But on a serious note, though, Remy produced the entire season pretty much last year.
He did, yes.
And it is good to see you and have you back behind the camera, buddy. So I want to give a head out there to Remy. And Jesse's not here, but hey, whatever.
Somebody's got to work.
Somebody's got to work. I know, right? Somebody's got to be responsible in that relationship. Okay, Falcons, Vikings today. Falcons fired the GM and the coach. That team's going to need a major turnaround. And I got a feeling that if the Vikings don't do something soon, there's going to be some major changes there too, guys.
Now, the Falcons coach wasn't the first on my hit list when we started the season. I would have thrown Jacksonville up there way before Atlanta for
really?
Yeah. Or even not just Jacksonville. I think Carolina was starting out of the gates. It looked like there might be a possibility for a change there, but Atlanta is, I think I said it this last week, they're last year's Miami. They are underperforming at every turn.
Oh, gosh, yes.
So
they got unbelievable
coming.
wide receiver core.
Yep.
Former MVP at the quarterback position.
Right.
You got Todd Gurley running the ball.
Yes.
Something. And they lost a lot of close games, too. Of course, the game they lost to Dallas, it was shameful.
Well, and that's another team. Dallas is underperforming. I mean, look at what Dallas has on paper. Now, keep in mind, the defense is porous and injured.
We'll get to Dallas. You hold on for that.
Okay, I'll put that in my pocket.
Okay, so now Skinner. Another interesting game is the Broncos and the Patriots today. Cam Newton is back.
Right.
And the Patriots have had a kind of rough couple of weeks lately.
They have, and I have a feeling that might show up on the field today, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But you would think they would be hungry, especially after that close one in KC. Not having Cam there, you would think that was a turning point for the season, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Hey, where is
they're going to have an attitude.
Are they in Denver or New England?
They're in New England today.
They're in Foxborough.
Okay, because that's going to feed into our COVID report in just a moment, too, because that team was another one that's been affected recently.
Okay.
I read New England's one, by the way. At home, they've rushed for 200-plus yards the last 2 home games. That with Cam Newton coming back, he could be a little tired, a little rusty, who knows, but I think it's probably enough for New England to win.
Interesting point. Okay.
Yeah. Plus they have Belichick.
NFC East messed up. Definitely affects you guys right now. The Washington football team versus the New York Giants. Both those teams not doing very well right now.
Right.
But a loss would really help Dallas to kind of keep a stranglehold on that one spot right now while they get adjusted.
I'm going to propose to the league here right now, to cut down on the COVID spread risk and have less player interaction. Let's just throw out the NFC East the rest of the
It's
year.
really scary, man.
Throw it out. Right? It doesn't really matter.
I wasn't sure where he was going with
I
this.
wasn't sure
Whoever
either.
wins that division, it doesn't really matter.
Somebody's going to win that division under 500.
It's probably
this year.
yeah.
Most likely.
This may be, who knows, the worst. I remember when Dallas won it one year at 8-8, and that made me mad even as a Dallas fan.
Oh, yeah.
This might be the worst. I don't know the record. Probably should look that up. We'll look that up. The worst record to win a division.
Yeah, I'm curious. Has there
It's
been a
got to
playoff
be
team with a
on pace
losing
this
record?
year.
Guys, I remember a time when you found out you had to play the NFC East. You got scared.
Now think
Oh,
about
yeah.
this. I think it's the only division that exists where every single team has won a Super Bowl. Multiple Super Bowls. Each one of those. No, I should. At Philadelphia,
I mean, you
at least
had
one.
Bill
At least one
Theismann.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You,
And now look where they are.
Philly had the great, what was his name?
Randall Cunningham.
Acrobatic guy. Phil Sims. Then you had Romo and before
Aikman.
Romo, you had
Aikman,
Danny
Shaw,
White here.
Danny
Danny White.
right?
And the Cowboys were always formidable.
Yeah.
That was a great division. Boy,
Yeah.
man, how they've fallen. Even recently, so
I'm curious. Somebody needs to look that up and see. We'll put that stat up there. Has there ever been a team that's made the playoffs that's been sub 500?
We'll look
we'll
that
check
up.
into it. Okay,
I'm sure the
that's
answer
our
might
stat
be yes.
guy.
We'll
Just
look
to
that up.
finish
Okay,
that
okay.
point, they very well could win the division at 5-11.
Yeah,
Think about that.
I wouldn't doubt it. I think Dallas would be
5
better
and
than
11.
5,
Well,
but
I'll submit my proposal.
I think
to
Dallas
the
would
league.
be better than
you
5.
do
But
that.
you're right.
Yeah.
The Ravens are playing the Eagles. Speaking of the NFC East,
Yep.
that's going to help you guys out a little bit too, because I don't see the Eagles winning this game.
No.
They got a lot of problems going on. Pittsburgh, it was kind of close in the end, but Pittsburgh softened them up a little bit. And Ravens, man, that's a hard team to stop on the running game. And they can't stop running game, so who knows? Then, of course, we're here for Browns Steelers, and a lot's riding on that. Could be my
you
best day.
have a lot riding
It could
on
be
it.
my
I
best day.
could
Could be
care
my
less.
worst day.
The Browns have not won 4 consecutive games since 2009, and they haven't won 5 consecutive games since Bill Belichick was coaching them in 1994, and that was the last playoff win they had in 1994 also.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Get
interesting.
nervous yet?
Nope.
Nope.
No, but that's some crazy statistics that you just put out there.
Right. You see how he blew me off?
No, yeah. Now, see, we're actually broadcasting this show during the Browns-Steelers game, and we know the score. Like, we know what's going on with this game. By
Right.
the time you see this, it's going to be history. However, watch the expression on these guys' faces the next couple of hours and see what happens here.
It's not as much background noise as it was earlier in the game.
Now, and there were, and
One of us will be sitting like this,
In
the
all
other one will be
fairness.
doing the moringa.
in all fairness, there weren't too many people getting excited because the Steelers were scoring. There was a soccer. It was soccer, right?
Yeah, it was soccer.
Badminton?
It was soccer.
It was football.
It was no. I don't know. It might have been freeze tag. I don't. There was some other sport where people run around in the grass, and I don't know. It wasn't football. It was kind of interfering with the whole pregame show. We got none of all that. However, the excitement you heard in the earlier stages were during the soccer match. They switched over to NFL, and half this place just kind of left. Like we were over in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, but everybody who is left in here is like, other than one other person, is a Browns fan.
So that's why it's so quiet. Right?
I'm on the road.
Now, for us, it's a monumental event because with reality football, we've had both American football and European football.
Ah, football.
How about that?
Football.
Yes, but it's not
I'll just have another
stuff going
sip
on
here.
today. We
Yeah,
didn't talk about.
have another drink.
We're on
delicious, brown
location,
ale, by
Skinner.
the way. Yeah.
We're on location.
Yes.
Awesome shirts. Our own John Cooper got for us.
That's through thanks to Bad Latitude.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Also, the show being brought to you by One Drum, One Sound. This will be a reality documentary featuring the Brown brothers, showing what it's like to teach kids how to play drums. And also, we got some special people involved. Remington Cooper, who we didn't mention is John's son, and we have a very gorgeous referee here today.
Yes, we do.
Who happens to be your wife,
Yes.
Amy.
Yes.
You've heard us talk about Mary Beth on this show. I'm always in trouble. Well, she's here today. I'll be in trouble immediately because I'm going to say something I shouldn't. So good to have her here, and she's giving me the stink eye right now, so I'm going to shut up. And Skinner, you got some family here today.
Yep, my sister came to check us all out. She's heard a lot about us and watches us from week to week. She'll watch the show, and then my daughter is here with my grandson.
Looking beautiful as ever. So good to see Brianna.
His sister did not show up for any of the only reason she came out was to see me in a dress. That was it. That's
I believe it.
she showed up.
Then to walk on set when we're recording.
Yeah, and to get her butt in the middle of everything.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Also, we also have some other friends I want to say acknowledge over here. So,
Oh, yeah, we do. We got some good Chris Fish.
One of my other friends I consider our brothers, Jim Cunningham's here today with
Absolutely.
his beautiful girlfriend Tina and Jim's
Fiancé,
sister's
actually.
fiance.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's
she's
right.
Please do. Come
Yeah, she's
on.
going to see this. and
Congratulating when we
correct
see
me.
him.
The Bean and Annie is twin sisters who are like little sisters to me as well. And Tina's mom is here, so we appreciate everybody coming out and supporting
Absolutely.
the show,
Thanks a lot, guys.
supporting Missing Falls.
All kinds of
Missing,
friends.
yeah.
Missing
go ahead.
Falls. Yeah, Abraxas. Buddy Abraxas showed up today. We have one of your friends, an old employer back in
Yes,
the day.
Rob Johnson.
Yes.
I've known Rob for over 20-something years. He was my boss at the old Closet Hut.
Right.
Rob's just a great guy, great friend of mine, Browns fan, but what are you going to do?
And one of our top fans is here today, helping with the show, John
Yeah.
Calderwood.
John Carter.
John, we graduated high school with. He made a trek up here to participate, so we appreciate
Yeah,
that. as well.
also one of our new media assistant as
Right.
well. Stay on the job. But so hopefully John will get some good pictures of us. Now, Coop, we talked about Cam Newton coming back.
Right.
Patriots
Yeah.
have some COVID issues. You got a report for us?
Yeah, I do. Let's bring the COVID report back in here for just a second, because this week we had a couple things that broke recently. Tennessee had a major outbreak this past week. Falcons, we talked about them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They closed their practice facility, so they're still playing. Nothing's changed as far as on the field, but they've been unable to practice all week long, so they're just kind of coming
But
in,
opened up in time to.
get the last minute prep for today. That's it. They had a day and a half to do whatever they're going to do to be ready for Sunday. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. It's not going to change the scores. We know the Falcons are struggling horribly. They're not going anywhere today anyways. It doesn't matter. Eagles. The Eagles have their offensive line pretty much on reserve. That brings on reserve brings up a good point, because I was talking about this before. We were talking about COVID like it was an injury report, and now the NFL has kind of made that. So when they say it's a COVID reserve, it's kind of like the IR, the
Hard to win games like that, I tell you, man.
disabled list. 75% of Jacksonville's practice squad is on the reserve.
I did read. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
75% of them. So
They keep them separate anyway, I heard, but
they
still.
They do,
Yeah.
except for the fact that the
How do
practice
they know the
squad
difference
is
between a practice squad and a regular team?
practice squad is who they're playing. Yeah, right.
Just a minute,
Atlanta, you can't. Atlanta, they're interchangeable, but evidently Jacksonville, they haven't been able to run practices the way they normally would, because most of the squad has been off. So they've been doing offense-defense drills against each other. That it is what it is. The coach of the Broncos, one of the coaching staff did not make the trek to New England with COVID. So I don't know if that means he's actually tested positive and he's out, or he's taking precaution because he's shown symptoms. Either way, he didn't travel with the team. The Pats closed their practice facility Friday. So they had practice all week. They closed on Friday. 3 of their players are on reserve. I don't know who it was just yet. Doesn't sound like they're like starters or key marquee players. And last but not least, Roger Goodell said that he might actually be interested in extending the season for one additional week.
It's going to happen.
If they need to.
I don't see how it won't. I don't see how
There's
it's
no way, we talked about this
No.
there's no way they're going to play the Super Bowl on time.
No,
Right,
but
so right now, what's
They don't
going
need
on
to.
it's starting to
don't see
snowball,
it.
Skidder.
Yeah.
It's starting to happen to more and more teams. More and more facilities get
Yeah.
closed. It's going to come to a head at some point in time.
It's
don't-
not just that 1 week. If they're going to extend, they're going to have to extend. So yeah, you're right. If you've got Super Bowl tickets, do not buy your airfare yet.
I get your
Hang on
hotel.
to the tickets. Don't reserve the hotel. Don't buy your airfare.
Hey, our referee has got to step in. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
So we have a field goal.
Oh, okay.
All right. By the way, I want to point out
Touchdown
here.
that was just scored, not a field goal.
Amy is a referee today, but is not probably the first time that she has called you for illegal hands.
Not the first time
That's
today.
great. That's awesome.
That was a touchdown,
right.
not a field goal.
Um,
So that's
This
we're
is
not
only
ready.
for a field goal.
All right, so,
Refs, come back in here.
So
Ronald, go ahead.
oh, well, you know what? Our ref is coming back into the.
Does this have to be for a field goal? Not a touchdown. What are you doing, ref?
Well, that's all
What
right.
happened? You bring a soccer fan.
That's what
to
happens
the-
when you got one too many Coopers around here. That's what happens.
All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break here, and then when we come back, we're going to have our guest of honor on the show today. We want to do a quick little introduction to establish where we are with all of this show today.
So say thanks.
This broadcast here at Missing Falls. One of the owners has agreed to come on, talk to you guys a little bit. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Be back in a minute.
All right.